Bigger Games here. I'm starting a new series going over, this is the first in the series, going over teams, right? This is a mod guide. This is what are the best Zetas, as well as what's the best strategy for this team. And yes, we are starting out with Phoenix because they're one of the first teams. I know they're the first team I went after. Now, I started playing back in 2017 or so I think it may have changed since then of what you're going to go after. But nonetheless, it's a solid team, especially at the beginning. Now, the more you play, the less viable they become, right? But in Grand Arena, they're a good cleanup team. If you have these relicked, they're actually not too bad. It can take off some decent teams. We'll go over that in a minute. But first, there's 6 of them. Who are you going to cut out of the team, right? And that's going to be Chopper, because with Phoenix, the great thing is they share all of their passive abilities, right? And so with Kanan, you're healing when you get a buff, as well as you are countering. With Sabine, you have crit chance and crit damage. Hera is what allows them to share everything. As we get more offense, Zeb, you recover protection every turn. Chopper, you get a little bit of you get protection up. It's just not as good, and as well as you could go over why Zeb is going to be better than him in the squad. So first, that's out of the way. Next, mods. Who gets what? With Sabine, crit chance. Crit chance because of this. Now, also, a little caveat here. Let's go over this first. Zetas. Are you going to Zeta Phoenix? It depends on where you're at in the game. But what Zetas to go after first, if you're going to get these, if you're going to go after Phoenix Zetas, are going to be Sabine and Kanan. And here's why. With Sabine, both of their Zetas, they affect the whole team, right? With Hera's, with Ezra's, with Zeb's, they're okay, but they just affect 1 or 2 characters only when it's applied, right? Only when when you use that ability. Whereas with Sabine, that one ability now, Demolish, it gives everyone critical chance up, offense up. Usually, if there's more words, the better the Zeta is, right? So if it's a big wordy one, it's probably worth it. But also, it reduces her cooldowns, and then also deals exposure to the team as well. So, or to her enemies as well. So and keep that exposure in mind. What it does then, it allows her to use this more often. And Armor Shred is one of the best in the game as far as debuffs go. And it's so unique. There's only like 4 or 5 tunes that actually can even use it or inflict it. And with her being able to use Dark Saber over and over, you can get a really tough team. All of a sudden you get a few armor shreds on them, and a tough character goes down just like that. So that's a good one to go for. The other one is going to be Kanan's. And the reason being, so it's this one, obviously another wordy one, it dispels all debuffs, which is huge for any team. But you have a mass dispel, that's going to be good. And then as well as you gain Foresight, and he gains turn meter when the Foresight expires. And then the other Phoenix members also gain 50% turn meter whenever that Foresight expires. So another Zeta that actually affects the whole team, not just the individual character. So it's going to make everyone more viable, debuffs and everything, get rid of that. Now, Hera, of course, hey, she's the leader, so without her, you can't do it. And then Ezra, his Zeta's okay, Zeb's is okay, Hera's is okay, but again, there's gonna be like individual one-offs. Like him, it's a nice wordy one, it does a number of things, feel free to read through it, but it's just, if you have ability block, well, then you're done. Or if it only affects him and one other person, and that's it. But let's go over the mods. Here's how you're going to do it. You're going to have crit chance on Sabine, so that way she can keep getting more, keep using Dark Saber over and over again. As well as then for Kanan, he's a tank, you want tenacity, but also you want health because of his ability, which 25% health whenever he suffers a debuff. So all of a sudden, someone hits him for, whatever it is, 20% of his health, but he recovers 25% because they also inflicted a debuff. In the end, he came out on top of that one. And if you get him relicked, you get him 100,000 health, which you can very easily. All of a sudden, bam, he is just hard to take down. But high tenacity keeps him moving, keeps him dispelling. The debuffs on the rest of the team is going to be useful. For Hera, it's tough. She's actually one of the hardest hitting on the team, but as well, you want her to survive. So depending on where you're at, who you're facing in Grand Arena or in Squad Arena, you want her to survive, but you also may want to give her some offense, so that way she can deal some damage. Ezra, offense as well. He's gonna be stacking offense, but if he can get a crit, crit damage, crit chance, also boom, he can take out a tune just like that to take out a character. But then lastly is Zeb, and here's really the key to what Phoenix want, and this goes back into the how to use them. Because of this, he's gonna think you want him to have potency, so that way he can keep dazing people. Daze is one of the best debuffs in the game. But also, if they are staggered, exposed, or dazed, boom, then he stuns them. So first you daze him with this. His other stuff, it's alright, that's good, but his basic is what you're going to be wanting to use all the time because of that daze. But then the great thing is this. Hera's going to call in an assist. Who's he going to call in? Zeb, because he's going to now stun that person. And then Ezra is going to call in somebody as well. Who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters, but you're going to call in Zeb, so that way he can then stun. Once you get someone stunned, they're not countering, you get them dazed, they're not countering. Zeb's the one to go for with high potency. You can then take him out, as well as high health, because that increases his protection due to his unique, as well as then he recovers protection all the time. So it's huge for the rest of the team to keep recovering protection every round. So this is the brief tutorial how to mod, how to Zeta, and as well as the strategy you want when you're using Phoenix. I'll try to post a video later with some examples of them, but if you have that potency on Zeb, he can keep stunning people, and since you're countering all the time because of Kanan, boom, more days, more stun out there. And with Hera, her basic is going to be exposing people as well, and so now people are exposed, another stun for Zeb. Get them that high potency, you'll keep the other team shut down. Let me know what your thoughts are, how you like to mod your teams, and I will see you in the next video. The other reason that you want to upgrade your Phoenix are these ships here, because say how you feel about ships. Personally, I think it's kind of fun, but it's got its issues for sure, but it's still fun. And the Phoenix ships, they're great. They're probably the best duo as far as ships go in the game. They're not better than Houndstooth and stuff like that, but they are exceptional. So in your Rebel fleet, they are a must-have. Actually, I don't even have all of them maxed out, their abilities, because I don't have them all to Gear 11. Because, got other priorities, right? But it's worth it. So upgrade your Phoenix, have fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below.